This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Complete to Jamal Williams.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. With it is Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st down, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Sanders shaking and baking. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jalen Hurts with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Packers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Jackson to return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
A gain of
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
The tackle
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not...
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
taken down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
At the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right.
And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles.
Complete to Jalen Reagor.
Jalen Reagor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now the rookie's second-round pick, it's A.J. Dillon with it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
3-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Directly over him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devin Funchess, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are back within a score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Packers 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time. That'll bring up second down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun, it's Hurts. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
A gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Sets up.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. He'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Leads to
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he'll he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Reagor, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Score, Eagles 21, Packers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And 3.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Packers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Packers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers caught on the right side by Adams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
7 at the Eagles' 22-yard line.
From the 22, Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rodgers now on third and goal. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Good. Makes the score Eagles 28, Packers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Eagle ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Complete to Deshaun Jackson.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Sanders.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Miles Sanders with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Packers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Darren Lee leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And that will be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 23. A big pickup of 38. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
He's brought down at the 20.
A gain of 3, second down. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Now Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll run it. Here's Dillon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Now it's Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Results in a 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left for being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And it's 3rd down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. First down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
42-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. This ball complete to Rager. Past the 20. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. They'll try to run with Sanders. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin. His 9th touchdown of the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Eagles 42, Packers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
10.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll go again with Sanders. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Wentz on the give to Sanders. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. Ready? Quit talking about it and bring it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
That's the way. Check 42's the mic. Check 42's the mic. Better bring it. What's this on?
And they take a knee.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
Today's Today's final score, Eagles.
Well, Charles,
42.
it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.